Welcome to my video. In today's video, I am going to be explaining to you how you can manifest literally anything and everything that you want and remove all of the blocks for good, quickly and easily. And if you stay right until the end of the video, I am going to be sharing with you a very fun 3-step exercise that you can apply starting today that will have you seeing and feeling the shifts immediately. And I mean immediately. So if you are really into manifesting speedy results, then you most definitely don't want to miss that. But before I go into more detail with that particular exercise, I am just going to quickly share with you something that I received from Abraham Hicks. Now, if you are into the law of attraction and it's something that you've been studying for a long time, you chances are will know all about Abraham Hicks. And in my personal opinion, Esther Hicks / Abraham Hicks is the best when it comes to manifesting. When it comes to getting real results with the law of attraction, she is by far the best out there. And I incorporate all of her approaches into my work. So this is something that I received from her, not personally, but from her publications in my inbox. And it just kind of sets the theme for what I'm going to be talking about today. You're always on your way somewhere. The key is find a way to be happy wherever you now are on your way to where you really want to be. We're speaking of the state of being that you want. It does not matter where you are. Where you are is shifting constantly, but you must turn your attention to where you want to go. And that's the difference between making the best of something and making the worst of something. So what that really means in essence is when you have a really strong desire and you have a lot of emotional charge around it, which is of course natural, we tend to, as human beings, we always look at the more negative side of stuff. But imagine if you could really connect with that true desire, that desire that you have right now, which is probably why you're watching this video in the first place, and push all that negativity to one side. Push all of those doubts and fears and those worries to one side and say, no, excuse me, I actually have this desire in my heart that is so strong and I can feel it. So I know it's there, I know that it's real. And I am going to turn that desire into an energy that is constantly expanding, that is growing bigger, and it's going to multiply to 10 million times bigger than what it already is. When you are at that stage, when you have that level of confidence and that level of knowingness within you that says, this is real, and I'm going to turn this into a physical manifestation, you have hit the jackpot. And that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you how to do today. Because what The Secret and all these other numerous approaches to the law of attraction teaches, and no doubt you've heard this so many times before, it's all about, okay, feel good, connect with the desire, really step into that energy. But let's face it, that can be bloody hard when, like now, okay, it's the lead up to Christmas and we're all kind of getting excited. Oh, the holidays are approaching. But I find personally, and I know this with, my clients, is there can also be this sense of, it's a new year coming and here I am still stuck in the same cycles and all these little things that I said that I was going to achieve this year, I haven't. And when you are feeling frustrated about certain areas of your life that are blocked and that aren't really shifting, like maybe your love life or your finances, career prospects, it can be hard when you're in that energy space to think positively, to face in the direction of your dreams and be thinking like, oh yeah, it is possible and it is going to come about. That's quite a hard leap to make, to go from A to Z just like that. And what I've done is I've taken that whole philosophy And I've broken it down into a very logical structure, which shows you exactly how you can kind of take those negative thoughts and that negative feeling of, I am where I am, to actually one of positivity and one of fun, where you can connect with your desire, but also be able to really feel that confidence, feel that sense of, do you know what? It might only be a feeling and a desire right now that I can't physically, tangibly see in front of me, but it's real. It's real, and I've got evidence of it right here, right now, that says it is real, and it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger, and it's getting bigger. And that's what speeds up the results. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. The first step in this exercise that I want you to do is I want you to right now think about the desire that you want, the desire that you have that you feel stuck with right now. And the key to choosing this desire is, just do me a favor, is I'd like you to close your eyes for just a moment, and whatever desire comes to your mind, I want you to just notice how you feel. Because the desire that you choose and the desire that we're going to work on, it's important that it's a desire that excites you, that really gets you going in a way like nothing else does. And all of the doubts, if there's worries and things that come in with that, that's okay. That's why we're here. We're going to be sorting all of that out. But the most important part of this process, the first step, is to connect with a desire that feels really strong. That you think to yourself, wow, if that was to come true, words alone just wouldn't even be able to summarize how happy I would feel. That is the desire for you to choose, okay? That's the first step. Choose a desire that excites you, that lights you up from within. The second step. When you connect with that desire and you feel that excitement and that happy emotion overcome you, what I want you to do is I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper, and you can do this right now and we can go through it together, or you can do it after you've watched the video. Either way, whatever works best for you. When those doubts and those worries start to creep in, those feelings of, it hasn't happened, I've wanted this for such a long time now and it's just not getting anywhere, there's no point. I want you to write down all of those negative thoughts. And I want you to just put it all on paper. It doesn't matter how many thoughts that come to your mind are. So let me give you a more of a sort of crystallized example here. When I decided to start up my own business, my own coaching practice, which is what I do now full time, I had a lot of doubts and I had a lot of worries, but this, desire that I had to start my own successful business online and coach people all around the world, there was so much desire and there was so much excitement that surrounded that. The idea of being my own boss, doing my own thing 24/7, that just filled me up from within like nothing else. And along with that was so many fears. And I thought about all of this and I thought, hang on a second, I have been so successful in my career up until now. I have done all of these things. I've got a business degree. But what I could not get past was the idea of doing it all on my own. So what I did, and this is the process that really turned things around for me, was sitting down and writing down all of these thoughts, all of these negative thoughts that I was having about, what is it that is really getting in my way here that's stopping me from making progress, not just energetically in terms of the law of attraction, but what is the belief here? Because what you have to remember is that a belief that we've got going on in our head that really prevents us from feeling good about our desires It's just a thought we keep thinking. That is all that a belief is. It's not some big scary monster that we cannot conquer. It's just a particular thought that we keep circling in our head, driving us mad, right? Doing our head in, literally. So the whole idea here is for you to write down these negative thoughts as they come to you, and then look at the particular thought that is really tripping you up, and you'll know by the way it feels when you read it back to yourself. What I discovered for me, the one big thought that was really tripping me up and stopping me from making any progress was the idea that I was not smart enough to have my own business. And it's crazy now looking back, because that just couldn't have been further from the truth. Because as I just said to you, I had already done so much in my career, like in the hotel industry. I had already done so much in terms of business. I was a business development manager. I was a duty manager for a 5-star hotel in London, and I'd done all of these wonderful things already with other companies, but the idea of me doing it in my own right there were so many negative beliefs that I had going on that was stopping me from making any progress. So, of course, from the law of attraction perspective, on an energetic level, what do you think the message was that I was signaling out to the universe? It wouldn't have been a great one, right? So that's the whole idea. For step 2 is to write down these negative thoughts as they come to you, and then look for the beliefs that are tripping you up. Look for those thoughts that are really, bullying you and really stopping you and making you feel like, oh, there's just no point. Highlight them. And then step 3, what we're going to do here is, and I've already hinted at what it is, okay, is you are going to start looking for evidence of all the ways in which those beliefs are crap. And what I mean by that is, like I gave you the example with me and my business and how I'd already had such a successful career, is that's exactly what I started to do. The belief of I am not smart enough to have my own business, I started looking at all the things that I'd accomplished in my career, all the things that I'd already achieved and that I'd already done, evidence that I already had right here, right now, that said to me, Holly, that belief's rubbish. That's just crap, because you've got physical, tangible evidence of that belief being so not true. And I know for a fact, and I've never even met you, okay, but I know for a fact that whatever desire it is that you've got now, and whatever that negative belief is that you've got going round and round in your head that says that desire is not possible, if you look for evidence in your life right now, for example, let's say it's love. Let's say that you want a loving romantic relationship with an existing person, or maybe someone brand new. You're ready for new love, a new love story, let's say. I want you to look for evidence of where in your life love already exists. What relationships you've currently already got that are really positive. Because those qualities within you that would make you the perfect partner are already there. They're already there. All you've got to do is bring them to the surface, because what will happen is when you do that, and this applies to even money as well, by the way, like let's say you want to have 10 times more money in your bank account, right? That would be lovely, especially before Christmas, right? And you start looking for evidence. Let's say the belief is, okay, I'm crap with money. I can never keep hold of money, I'm terrible with saving and whatnot. Look for ways in which you are actually good with money. Look for ways in which you are financially secure and stable. Your current income, you've attracted that. You've manifested these good qualities. So look for them. Find as many things as you possibly can that go against that negative belief that is driving you insane. And I promise you that you will find so much evidence, because the law of attraction works whether it's negative or whether it's positive. And the more you start finding positives, you will start to see evidence of it all around you. And that is when the magic and the fun really begins, because that desire that you currently have that you can't actually physically see in front of you, when those little gremlins start talking smack in your ear going, oh, it's not possible, and no, I don't think it's going to happen, and look at my current circumstances, no, you can turn around to those gremlins and you can say, excuse me, I've got evidence here now that suggests I can have that desire, because there is so much already in my life that I've manifested, that I've achieved, that I've accumulated, whether it be income, whether it be love, whether it be a certain skill that you have and you've been doubting it. I've got so much physical evidence that that desire is more than realistic for me. So that makes it easier for you to connect with that desire without those little demons, those little negative thoughts knocking and saying, oh no, it's not going to work. Because you can turn around to them then and you can say, do one. I've got evidence that tells me the opposite. And with practice every day, you can spend 5 minutes every day doing this, or as long as you want. The more you do it, the faster it starts to manifest. The results will amaze you. They will amaze you. Now, when I've tried this with my clients and we've put this into practice, it works quickly. And back to the whole Abraham Hicks quote of what she said about you're always on your way somewhere. What this is this is just a step-by-step of how to raise your vibration, how to enhance that relationship that you have with that particular desire and make it more positive. And when you've reached that tipping point and the positivity starts to outweigh the negativity, you are off at the races. The truth is that we have so much fear within us. When we have such a strong desire that we have not achieved, that we have not yet obtained or figured out a way to obtain, and we see other people enjoying those desires that we have and we're still wanting, of course, the tangible evidence that we have not got it and other people have makes us question our own worthiness, makes us question whether or not we're good enough. But when you try this particular exercise, I promise you, everything will start to shift very quickly with your situation in relation to whatever it is that you want. In terms of beliefs, there are certain beliefs, core beliefs that we have that can really affect us very, very severely. And a lot of those beliefs, all of our beliefs, if I'm completely honest with you, are formed when we're children. From the moment we're born, we have various experiences, and we have good experiences, we have bad experiences, and these beliefs start to form. They start to build up in our overall psyche. And the more we live life and we experience different things, these beliefs get shaped and molded. Now, for most people, nobody really gets this kind of stuff. They don't question these beliefs, these thoughts like we're doing right here. So they just live life on what's known as a default. But what I have done is I have taken the whole concept of the inner child, and I have made it possible using a process which I refer to as the law of attraction miracle process to go beneath the radar even deeper and start to help others do a complete overhaul of their entire belief structure in relation to money, in relation to love, in relation to career and their life purpose, destiny, health, fitness, anything and everything that you want. If you've got a long list of desires, the law of attraction miracle process is the concept of the inner child and the law of attraction, and bringing those two together so that every single core belief that you may be carrying, that you may have developed as a child, that is tripping you up now in various little ways and spilling over into multiple areas of your life. I've come up with a process that will enable you to shift all of those completely and start your entire lifestyle from a brand new basis, built on a foundation made up of all the beliefs that you want to maintain and that you want to create for yourself. So if that is something of interest to you and you've enjoyed today's video, click the link below and let's start to manifest the life of your dreams together, because it is more than possible, I can assure you. Thank you very much for watching my video. Until next time, take care, and I will speak with you very soon.